Sairam students, in the previous video we learnt about communicable and non-communicable diseases. In this video we are going to learn about the different ways of spreading diseases. So take your notebooks and write down the points. Ways of spreading diseases. There are different ways of spreading diseases. They can spread from an infected person through air, water, food, and physical contact. Or they can spread through insects and animals. Diseases can also spread through contaminated food. So, what are the different ways in which diseases can spread? They can spread from an infected person through air, water, food, or direct physical contact. They can spread through insects and animals, and they can also spread through contaminated food. Let us see how diseases are spread through insects. Insects and animals spread diseases. Insects such as Anopheles mosquito and Aedes mosquito spread malaria and dengue. These are the two main diseases which are spread by insects, malaria and dengue. And the disease spread by animals is rabies. Dogs and monkeys who have rabies, in case they bite another person or an animal, it can spread rabies from one animal to a person or another animal. There are some insects and animals which act as carriers of disease causing microbes. Housefly is one such carrier. The fly sits on the garbage and animal excreta. Pathogens stick to their bodies. When these flies sit on uncovered food, they may transfer the pathogens. So, what happens? Housefly is one of the most common carrier of diseases. Houseflies sit on garbage and animal excreta. You would have seen houseflies, they will be flying all around garbage cans and dirty, filthy places. So these houseflies sit on animal excreta or garbage, because of which then the pathogens. What are pathogens? We learnt in the previous video. Pathogens are disease causing microorganisms. So, when these houseflies sit on garbage and animal excreta, the pathogens stick to their bodies. And these flies, when they sit on uncovered food, they may transfer the pathogens. Whoever eats the contaminated food is likely to get sick. And if any person eats this uncovered contaminated food, they may fall sick. So that is why it is advisable to always keep food covered. Avoid consuming uncovered items of food. That's why it is always advised to cover all types of food, fruits, vegetables. We should always cover the food because the houseflies may sit on these food and contaminate the food, and anybody who eats the food after that may fall sick. Another example of a carrier is the female Anopheles mosquito, which carries the parasite of malaria, Plasmodium. So another insect which carries diseases is the female Anopheles mosquito, and it carries the parasite of malaria. The female Aedes mosquito acts as a carrier of dengue virus. So the mosquitoes, Anopheles mosquito carries malaria and the female Aedes mosquito carries dengue virus. And often, why does the teacher keep telling us not to let water collect anywhere in the neighborhood? This is because all mosquitoes breed in water. Hence, one should not let water collect anywhere in coolers, tires, flower pots, etc. By keeping the surroundings clean and dry, we can prevent mosquitoes from breeding, thus controlling the spread of malaria or dengue. So, why is it important to keep our neighborhood and surroundings dry and clean, students? Why should we not allow water to collect? This is because mosquitoes breed in water and they will spread malaria or dengue. So, in order to prevent mosquitoes from breeding and controlling the spread of malaria and dengue, we should keep our surroundings clean and dry. Another way in which diseases are spread is through contaminated food. Sometimes you would have noticed if we leave any food item for many days, it may change color or it may start producing a foul smell. This is because the microorganisms have attacked the food item and contaminated it. They have caused release of toxic substances and they have contaminated the food. And if we consume this contaminated food, it will cause food poisoning. So we should not eat old, rotten, contaminated food. So what did we learn in this video, students? We learned that insects and animals are also ways of spreading diseases. They are carrier of diseases. Insects like mosquitoes, Anopheles mosquito spreads malaria and the Aedes mosquito carries dengue virus. Animals carry rabies. Another way in which insects carry diseases are by the housefly, which sits on the garbage and animal excreta. The pathogens stick to their body, and then when they sit on uncovered food, they transfer the pathogens onto the food. So, if anybody consumes this food, they may fall sick. And it is very important that we should not let water collect in our surroundings because mosquitoes breed in water. And by keeping our surroundings dry and clean, we can control the spread of malaria and dengue. And another way in which diseases can spread is through consuming contaminated food. If we eat contaminated food, it will cause food poisoning. Did you understand, students? Now let us answer these questions. Write the answers in your notebooks, okay? First question, how do houseflies spread diseases? Second question, do mosquitoes spread diseases? Name the diseases. Third question, what will happen if we consume expired food? Expired or contaminated food. And the fourth question, why should we not allow water to collect in our neighborhood? Okay, students? Thank you.